redefine our talent.
I am Bukola, and this morning we have in the studio with us, his name is KAZEEM Ibukun. He's managing partner of Cargo Atlantic. Good morning, KAZEEM.
Good morning, Kazim. Just so that Kazim joins us via Zoom, you always say in the studio.
Well, his voice.
Good morning.
Good
and,
morning. How are you?
and we have Wade as well from Nairametrics. Via
Good
Zoom.
morning. Good morning, Bukola. Good morning, Ifai. This is Business Hour brought to you by Unity Bank. Sorry, guys, for last week. I had a few technical issues. It's in preparation for the launch of my studio on May 29th. It's called Iwait. So I'm inviting you and Bukola so that you can join me in the launch. Thanks, guys.
As long as there's food, I'm there.
There's enough food and drinks.
Okay, makes sense. All right.
Okay, welcome to the show.
You can be a part of this. We're at Classic FM 973 on Twitter. WhatsApp 0909 217 if you have any questions or contributions. Just as Bukola said, KAZEEM Ibukun is managing partner at Cargo Atlantic. But please, can you kindly tell us what Cargo Atlantic is all about?
So, Cargo Atlantic is based in Philadelphia, USA, and we have our Lagos office in Ajawa Estate. We're a shipping company. We started operations in April of 2010. That was our first operations. We basically serve the local Nigerian market in the Philadelphia, Delaware, Southern New Jersey area. And we've been in business since then. And this business started from my business partner's experience. He had sent a package to his wife then from a company in New York, and there was no communication for about 6 weeks. And he said, why don't we start something like this in this area? And then we've been in business since then.
Interesting.
So before then, what were you doing?
So before I was actually in school when we started. I was in my third year in the university, and I was working overnight at a brain injury rehab while I went to school during the day. So I was going to school full-time, working full-time, and then starting a new business.
What were you studying?
Then I was studying human resource management, but previously I had an associate's degree in paralegal studies. And after my bachelor's degree in 2010, I got my MBA in global business from Arcadia University, all while working full-time overnight and then running the business during the day.
Nice. What do you?
Good morning, KAZEEM. So it's interesting. You have a degree in human resources, a master's in global business. So apparently, what you do now is global business. How has that been? And you said I understand that the inspiration behind it was because of your friend who sent a package to his wife. Now, looking at that market, both where you are in America and in Nigeria, who are your major competition and how have you been able to cope with this?
We do have, over the past few years, more companies have come into the market. A lot more new ones in Houston, New York, and the state of Maryland have always had Nigerian shippers. But in the Philadelphia area, we enjoyed the monopoly for a while until a company that was operating in Southern New Jersey, which is not far from Philadelphia. I live in Southern New Jersey now, but Philadelphia is just over the bridge, and they moved into Philadelphia. But it's been it's been a wonderful experience. Starting the business in Philadelphia really brought joy to some Philadelphia residents, so they don't have to travel 2 hours to New York to send their package. And over the years, we've reinvented ourselves. We've actually reached out to people in other places in the US, especially the remote areas, we partnered with FedEx, to pick up people's packages from their residence. And about 3 years ago, we eventually created a mobile app, to make it easier for people in Nigeria to be able to communicate with us, and shop online, and so we can ship their packages for them.
Is it one way?
Yes, it's one way for now, though we do have the ability and a network to do both ways. But I and my business partner, we're extremely careful people. And if it's not 100% because of regulatory issues, we do not get into it.
Okay. Will you mention one regulatory issue that is giving you a nightmare?
Yes, on the US side, the business is highly regulated. Okay. And because we are not licensed custom brokers in the US, we don't want to get into any kind of trouble, when it comes to documentation or running a part of our business that we're not licensed to do. Okay. Because currently we are licensed with the Transport Security Administration in the US and the cargo network, like the IATA agencies. So, but from the other way around, we just want to make sure we're not getting into any trouble. So, it's not like Nigeria here where you kind of like snake your way through things. So, yeah.
So when
running this kind of business?
Can you say that again?
Running funds for running the business. What is it like? Does it entail much? And do you insure goods as well? Are you into that? Because
yeah. So at the inception, we started with, we didn't start with a lot of money. We only rented a small office because it's a service business. It wasn't as capital intensive. So we only contributed money every month. I think we contributed about $200 or so every month. And we did that for just about 6 months. And that was back in 2009, And the business has been running itself since then. Although getting the IATA certification took some time because that required a lot more money. But over time, because of the nature, the business has run itself, and we've been able to move from a small room office to a bigger warehouse, and yeah, it's been pretty smooth sailing, though not 100%.
They're always challenging.
Yes, a lot of challenges.
So you've spoken about monetizing the business, and the business that you're in, you deal with a lot of people. So when you look at the size of your business, what would you say your staff strength is, and staff strength in the sense that those who work directly and indirectly with you, and how has that relationship been with your customers and the people who you work with?
Okay, so if you don't mind, before I answer your question, I think I didn't complete my response for Bukola's response.
That's fine.
Yes, she asked about do we insure goods?
Yes.
Yes, we insure goods. We offer insurance to people, which is managed by a third-party insurance company. But, due to our culture, we are not people who really believe in insurance. So most people, I would say 99% of the time, have declined insurance. And back to Wade's question, our staff strength currently, in Lagos, we have about 5 employees who operate who do on administrative duties in the office and who do door-to-door deliveries. In the US, we are currently 3. We used to be about 5 or 6, but the labor market right now is very tight. It's very difficult to get in people to work in the US now. There are jobs everywhere, so we have to do a lot of things by ourselves.
Outside the challenges of regulation, what are the major challenges do you face with your business?
Regulation, and there is a lot you do not control, in the logistics business, like we try to explain to our customers, once we turn shipments in at the airport, pretty much that's all the power we have to do. Transit times, airline schedules, customs operations in Lagos, we have no control over those factors, until our staffs in Lagos pick it up again. And then that's where we have control. And during those periods that we do not have control, they take some time. And sometimes communication may not be forthcoming as we want it to. So that could create a challenge, especially for people who need their packages urgently, or some people just need to know what is going on. And people get a little antsy and impatient, and we have to calm them down and just remain in communication, which is actually what we based our operations upon from the beginning. Customers need to hear from you. They want to know what's going on, which was what was lacking in my partner's experience, which motivated him that we start this business, was that communication part, which I think we try our best to stay in touch with our customers with that.
What, dear? Hello?
Well, while we're waiting for Uwa, can you tell us the top 5 things on your list of things being shipped to Nigeria, the top 5?
Oh, top 5. A lot of clothes. We have some major customers, some customers who ship mostly baby clothes. Auto parts. We have a big auto parts dealer. Electronics, of course, personal electronics. Though in the past year that has reduced, with COVID. Actually, a lot of things have reduced since COVID, but I would say baby clothes, auto parts, personal electronics are most of the things I've seen. But there are other varieties as well. I've seen carpets for interior decorators, TVs. I've seen snacks. Kids.
Can you read Manla and all of that? Did you see that?
Really?
And some things I'd rather not mention on radio.
I get you.
Sorry guys, I was on mute. Now I think I'm back up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And it was a good thing KAZEEM mentioned COVID. So with COVID, I know the system of doing business changed drastically across the world, and with a lot of challenges, especially with the logistics business. How has that been, and how has it affected your business? Negatively, positively?
Well, COVID affected us a lot, like most businesses, because we live in an area where, COVID was really slamming the area. We got really, really nervous. Once the lockdown started in the US, we locked down. We locked our offices. We stayed home for about 3 months. We didn't run any operation because we felt, Philadelphia, New Jersey, the whole New York area, it was almost as if COVID was walking on the streets. So we had people's packages, stuck in our warehouse for months. I think from March, we didn't resume shipping until June. It wasn't really pleasant, trying to calm people down, but we had to let them understand we also what's going on. Flights weren't moving as they should. Of course, Nigeria was on lockdown as well. Not running your business for 3 months, that's a hit, a major hit on your revenue, a major hit, And over the few months after that, once we resumed, volume picked up a little bit, but not where they were, still not where they used to be, before COVID. So, but I'm still grateful to God. We're still open. We're still running, and we know, we will all overcome it. Everybody is still suffering from the effects of COVID.
Yes, things can only get better.
Yes,
Oh yes, it will get better.
All right, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking more. Be right back in a moment.
Hello, Ifeanyi, is it better now?
Yes, it's better than it was before.
Okay, I think it's the other mic. Okay, that's fine.
All right, welcome back. It's still Business Half Hour here on Classic FM 97.3 station. It plays every song you know. I am Ifeanyi.
I'm Bukola, and we're still with KAZEEM in the studio talking about cargoing this morning. And Wade, are you there? Wade?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back on air. I'm really having a bit of technical challenges, but I will get it right. Back to you, KAZEEM. You said COVID was a huge challenge. Aside from COVID, since the lockdown has eased up over the last 3 to 6 months, how have you faced the new challenges? How have you faced the new challenges that are within the logistics business, especially now that movement of people is not really as it used to be?
Well, what we experience, part of what we're experiencing now is something we've experienced in the past. With COVID took a hit on the foreign exchange market as well, with, the Naira losing value. And that part is a major challenge for our business, especially for those who are based in Nigeria and trying to shop over here. Because COVID is one thing, the Naira losing value is another thing. People have not been able to buy like they used to, and the fear is still there. People still holding on to what they have, and so we've seen, initially I'm like, okay, what's happening to the customers? But I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still shipping for the same regular people. But volume has just, decreased a little bit across the board. Towards Christmas, it's picked up, which is normal. It's picked up for most of the year, earlier this year, but it's slowing down again. But it's not an unusual trend, because as we get towards the summer, school resumption, then volume comes back up again. And it's not the same for every customer. Some customers remain consistent because of their products, like the auto parts business, for instance. That's almost like selling food. That still moves in large volumes. But other things seem to be reduced a great deal. But again, the world of business is always uncertain. Nothing we haven't seen before, well, except COVID. We will come out of it.
True. Do you have expansion plans?
Yes, we do, actually. And part of our expansion plan was what made us to create our mobile app. The mobile app is called Ship My Shopping. Okay. It's available on Android and iOS. And basically, the reason for that mobile app is, number one, for customers to have real-time communication with their deliveries and their shipments. And then number two, so that anybody really, anywhere in the world really can use it, So we can also use it for local deliveries in Nigeria, shipping from anywhere in the world. So, and part of our expansion plans is to start with the West African market, really. Though, again, COVID really slowed us down, actually, because early last year, we were actually trying to launch a major expansion plan, which was supposed to be done in April, So we had to cancel the trips and all of that. And that was supposed to be the beginning, of a large scale expansion in West Africa, Ghana, for instance, and then our local, to reach more of the local Nigerian market, but I'm sure with, in a few months, we'll get back on track with that.
So give us a timeline. Let's ginger it.
What with this? Hopefully, I would say maybe by the end of the year, early next year, we should bring that back to life. Thankfully, the infrastructure is in place. That's the good thing about it. We made the app so versatile. We're currently going through an update, to also help that happen. The update takes time, and
so there are two ways rather than the one way you're doing now. You talked about just one way at the beginning of the show. So would you consider a two-way cargoing now?
For now, it's still going to remain one way, but for more people to have access to it.
Okay.
Yes. So for more people to have access to the two-way thing, we're still trying to work with some people here. Again, running a business in the US, you don't want to do something illegal. They'll shut you down within minutes or give you a heavy fine.
But that's why the system works. You need to work
Yes.
according to what the system really, dictates.
Yes, absolutely. Very important.
I think you mentioned
Well, we can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
This
Yes.
is better though.
Okay. My mics are giving me problems this morning too. So like I said, like I was saying, monetizing this business has been, you said the business runs on its own now. Could you give us a few tips, for those who are looking into starting up businesses, whether it's in Nigeria or it's in America, towards ensuring that at the end of the day, they know the right things to do? You've spoken so much about regulations. How does that affect you both ways?
Okay. Number one, I will start with the money side of it. Okay. If you are planning on starting a business or currently running a business, obviously making money is the top priority in business, but don't expect it to happen overnight. You have to be extremely patient. We did not pay, actually, I missed that out. We did not pay ourselves salaries for the first 3 years, because not that the business wasn't running on its own, but we're planning to expand. So we had to reinvest most of our revenue back then. So one, you have to be patient. You can't be greedy, and then in terms of regulations, make sure you research who controls the industry you're trying to get into, and make sure you're properly registered, you're properly licensed. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. Pay your taxes. It's extremely important. Like right now, even though we run a business, we pay ourselves like employees. We don't do the typical traditional Nigerian business. So I need money, boom, pick your money out of your business.
Nigeria has changed. Nigeria is no longer in that place that you're thinking of.
Well, I mean, I still see it day to day in having conversations with people. It seems like, but I'm glad. I see a lot of things on social media. There are people that I follow, and I have to say I'm really impressed. I'm learning from them, but most importantly, it's important to have an operational structure in place. So you're not doing things anyhow. Check yourself. If you have to, if you need to, partner with somebody, because two heads or multiple heads, they are always always better than one. And I cannot stress this enough. Please don't be greedy. Greed will ruin your business. We are surviving just because we've been very conservative, and always stay in touch. Business partnership is almost like being in a marriage. You have to keep talking and keep planning.
Yes. All right. What if I want to ship something from the US? How do I go about it?
Okay, so the easiest way to go about it is to first download our mobile app, Ship My Shopping, create an account, and shop online, and then go back into the app and just make a list of what you bought, the tracking number and everything. Once it gets delivered to our warehouse, we update it on our end, and then it notifies you through the app that your package has been delivered to us. When it ships, the same thing happens. When it arrives, you get notified. You also get an invoice, which we work with a payment processing company in Lagos. It's been a phenomenal experience working with them. You know, and basically that's how it works. And if you are having issues with maybe payments for your products, you can always reach out to us. We also offer procurement services. For a fee, we can help you place the orders, because there are some companies you may want to buy from. Amazon is pretty easy to use, but there are some companies who you may not be able to pay to directly, and we have to do that for you.
Okay.
Wow. Like we always say, time is never on our side. And as such, we're always trying to get more and more information in short time. But where do you see your business? It's been it's been over 12 years now being in this business. And like Bukola asked, when are you going to start doing business from Nigeria to America? But where do you see your business in the next 10 years? Considering so many things are happening across the world, especially with COVID and technology driving so many things.
In the next 10 years, I'm someone who, you know, part of what I always tell myself is that, you know, I'm not going to die before it's my time. And I think my contract is 93 years old. So,
that's great.
You know, again, we have, you know, we have big plans. I'm sure within the next couple of years, we will definitely be doing both ways. It looks like maybe Bukola has some lace fashion she wants to send in. We get a lot of those requests, and yes, we are definitely working on that. But in the next 10 years, I see us, you know, being a big player in the local Nigerian market, whether we're serving logistics needs within the Nigerian market or your international logistics needs on both ends. We will still be there past the next 10 years.
So what's that thing, you know, usually we ask our guests, what's that mantra, the personal mantra you have? There's something you say to yourself that keeps you going all the time. What is it?
I look in the mirror and I talk to myself. You know, running a business is not easy, and there are times you get frustrated. Yeah. You know, and what I just tell myself is, you know what, I am not going to give up. I've been working on this for a long time. It's, you know, I was young in my undergraduate days. I think I was 24, you know, when we started, you know, and I said, I am not going to give up. I'm going to keep working hard, you know, keep working smart, you know, and I'm not going to get tired. And
so sentences, I'm not going to give up.
I'm not going to give up.
Thank you so much, KAZEEM, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the conversation.
All right. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
All right. So a few words before you go.
Well, sorry again this morning. Technical hitches here and there. I'm really working on sorting that out. Thank you, KAZEEM, for being on the show. And thank you, Bukola and Ifeanyi. Every Monday, it's always a pleasure being with you. Soon we'll be back in the studio so that we all see. Have a great week ahead. This has been Business Half Hour.